Hello YouTubers, today I'm gonna show you how I've amassed a bit of fortune using my unbeatable system to actually make a little fortune on the pick 3 lottery games. Just a little bit about myself. I was never really good at anything really. I mean my whole life, if I look back right now, because it's always been a struggle, either economically or socially for me. Even for that matter, hold down a job, especially now I could even remember back in my old school days how I could, for whatever reason, just could not focus on my academics because of the fact that either, I was worried about issues of, I'm going to, meet up my next tuition payments, where I'm going to be in school, or, constantly moving around, or I was just never, I really didn't have that much confidence, in myself. But I do know one thing though. It's that I've learned about myself is that over the years, nothing, if I wasn't really interested in anything, uh, it didn't, I had no motivation for it. It never interested me. I just could not put, so much, that much effort into it. And I know one thing for me though. I loved uh, gaming. You know, I love how things. I love to see how things work. I always tinker with little gadgets and little things like that. And so if it did catch my interest, I ultimately, put down everything I was doing and focus wholeheartedly, 100% effort into it. And so as a result, about 10 years ago, I started, tinkering with how, uh, manipulate the mathematics, in probabilities. And I've discovered that I started noticing I had some knack for, you know, figuring out patterns in how, the number system worked. And so I started developing, ultimately, how this phenomena in numbers, in the departments of probability in mathematics. So I took up the interest in learning how, things operate. And anyway, so I put to test and it became my little lifelong project. And I mean, initially now I could look back to when I first started. I'm like, my God, so much development of, from this pretty primitive stage up until now. And I've seen how it's developed. And when I first put my system to the test, initially about, I'll say about, I think it was about 7 years ago, I did my first win. And honestly, I could not understand how it materialized. But then it caught my interest, and I started developing it and reinventing it and remanipulating it and everything. And so I decided to, integrate into the computer platform and transposed all that. And so there he goes, and my whole new um, affair for the lottery started, and I just fell in love ever since. This is part one. Part two is coming up next.